Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining another Ready to Ride Pilates session, where today we are going to be running through some exercises which are useful for developing your contact in terms of your strength, your symmetry, your awareness. So I hope you find them really useful. It's an important exercise, important group of exercises for all of us to be doing. So let us just check your posture before you start. So you want relaxed head, relaxed shoulders, pelvis to the front and equal weight through your feet. And then let's loosen off around your shoulders. There's no point in working on shoulder control, shoulder stability for your contact if you've got any tension through your shoulders. So nice big rolls up, back and down. This is particularly good if you've been sat in the car, been working long hours and you are at all stiff. Then bring one arm across in front and use your hand to give a gentle push just to open out around the back of your shoulders. And then we'll do the same thing the other way. So another little stretch around the back. Bring your arms down, soften through your knees, bring your arms up above your head and then reach out one side for a big breath in, stretch down through here but keep your knees soft. Breathe out in the same the other way, so big breath in and breathe out. Keep those knees really soft. Keep those breaths in nice and big. And a good big reach with each hand. We'll do one more with each hand. And then bring your arms down by your side to the end of your mat because we are going to do your roll down. So you need your feet together, your knees soft, hands on the front of your thighs, tuck your chin into your chest, slide your hands down, curling up as tight as you possibly can all the way down. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out, slide your hands back up, tuck down with your pelvis and uncurl all the way up. So your chin comes up last of all. You can do one more of those, so chin in. This time try to feel you're moving every single vertebrae, one at a time through your neck, between your shoulders, middle of your back, low back and pelvis last of all. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out, bend your knees. We're going down onto your mat and we're going to be starting off on your back. We're going to do your shoulder bridge, so no headrest for this particular exercise. And we'll start off warming up with just a couple of straightforward bridges. Feet a little bit closer to your bottom than you might think is necessary. Pelvic floor onto floor 3 then. Imprint your low back and peel up. Each vertebrae one at a time. At the top, nice big breath in. And as you come back down, think of almost imprinting from the start as each vertebrae comes back down. And then you're much more likely to imprint at the bottom. So it's imprint and peel up. Make sure you can breathe. And then start that feeling of imprint at the top. So you've got that imprint ready to land at the bottom. Okay, the next one you do, I'd like you to have your hands up at the top. So your hands are over your shoulders and try to keep them there now as you go up through your bridge and back down again. Still looking for that nice quality. Oh, lost my imprint on the way down that one. Talking too much probably. Don't forget your breathing at the top as well. Okay, one more. At this one though, I'd like you to stay at the top. And you're going to have a go at some of your leg extensions. Trying to keep headlights still and your hands still. If you find that you're starting to get a bit crampy in your hamstrings, bring your feet a little bit closer to your bottom. My garden isn't quite level, as you may have gathered previously, so not totally flat's a little bit tricky. But keep your headlights as still as you can, keep your hands as still as you can, and with that as well, try to keep your hands soft. So just as when you're riding, you don't want to be feeling that you are keeping your hands still because you're tense. They want to stay soft in that position. Okay, stay in this position if you can. If you need to come down for a breather, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise, stay here and you're going to do your hip dips. Remember, you're dipping one side of your pelvis while the other side stays still. You're not spinning around the middle, so you dip one side and back up. And the other side back up. Try to keep your knees in line with your hips and your feet. And also, of course, we are thinking about what's happening with those hands. So keep them lightly, softly over your shoulders, equal distance apart. Don't forget to breathe as well. And keep your pelvic floor onto floor 3. We'll do one more with each side of your pelvis. Okay, then bring your arms down. And bring that bridge down through your imprint to neutral. Okay, we're going to move on to your hip twist. You can do this in either position, so feet on the floor or on tabletop. If you are going from the floor, remember it is just your knee that is moving with each leg. Try to think of it as that wine glass exercise, so the knee that isn't moving stays as still as you can keep it. If you're going from tabletop, you're doing each leg in turn from tabletop, still with that wine glass feeling, ribs to pelvis, headlight staying still. The twist to this hip twist is that we are going to do your arms as well. So you are going to move the opposite arm to your leg, and it's the same pattern whether you are feet on the floor or in tabletop. And what we're looking for is this now a double wine glass exercise. So you haven't just got the knee with the imaginary wine glass on it, the hand that is still also wants to have an imaginary wine glass. And each time you come to the top, hands want to stay, or hands want to be back level over your shoulders. So you always come back to your starting point, hands over shoulders. Again, try to get your hands soft, so all that movement, all that control is coming from around your shoulders, and your hands can stay soft. We're going to do one more each way. Bring your hands down, feet down one at a time if they were up, and let's have you up into sitting. And we are going to do the spine stretch, because this is just a nice one for making sure you can be level through your shoulders. So you can have your arms up in front. Try to have your elbows as level as possible. It's easier this way, the first way you've chosen, because it'll be your natural way. Equal weight through your seat bones, and then push your elbows straight in front of you. And I mean not down, literally straight in front of you. And you should feel a little bit of movement through, particularly through your upper back. You might feel like you're pushing it a little bit through your upper back. See if you can then add in a scoop at the top. So your elbows are staying level as you scoop upwards, and you really are mobilising through your upper back around your shoulders. Keep that equal weight through your seat bones as you go forwards and up. So you want really good symmetry and control all through your shoulders and elbows. Remember, that is the part of your body which gives you the strength and stability for your contact. We're now going to swap which way you folded your legs, or which way you fold your arms, because you will have done what is natural to you before. This will feel a little bit weird, but again, equal weight in your seat bones, level elbows, and then forwards into that stretch position. Obviously with this exercise, if you've got back pain, this isn't a great exercise for you, then you don't need to do it. Just sit it out. Fast forward. Okay, we're going to add in those scoops at the end, so it's forwards and scoop up, forwards and scoop up. Trying to keep those elbows and shoulders absolutely level, and the equal weight through your seat bones. We'll do one more. Okay, let's bring your arms down and have you up into standing. And we're going to move on to a squat based exercise, but again you want to have your hands in front of you as if you were holding the rein, so you want that nice basic contact position. So you're going to come into a little bit of a squat, keep your shoulders relaxed, hands level, and then you're going to do alternate leg foot taps, keeping the knees in that squat position, headlights to the front, shoulders level, hands level, balance and soft. So you should be able to feel that if you did have a horse at the other end of your reins right now, they wouldn't know, well obviously they'd feel your legs, but they wouldn't know through your hands that anything was happening. So relax your shoulders, hands stay level, keep your breathing regular, don't forget your pelvic floor if you can. One more with each leg. Super job. Okay, come back up. We're going to go sideways on because we're going to finish off your challenging exercises with the warrior. So I'd like you to stand on one leg, arms up in front. Go from here. Again, as if you were holding onto your reins. With this one, remember you do the range that you can do comfortably. So you are aiming to get to here, but if you don't feel safe there, then just work in this sort of range. So you do the range that you feel comfortable with. But once again, your focus is on keeping level, balanced, light, soft hands. That strength, that control comes from your pelvis and your shoulders, so then your hands can just effortlessly move through the movement. If you want to really challenge yourself with this one, have a tray of drinks, or you can use a resistance band to give you a little bit more feedback. That can be useful too. One more this way. Okay, I'm going to sort of do the same thing with your other leg. And don't be surprised if you find there's a difference between your two sides. It's just something you want to work on. So same start up, and then again, as much range as you can do, safely, confidently, comfortably, keeping those hands level the whole way through. Again, the key there is soft hands. You don't want that stability created by being rigid. That just brings on more tension. So you want stable but soft. Last one. Super job. Okay, I'm going to face the front again. A little walk on the spot. And then we're going to do your walking exercise. So you're going to do opposite pairs of arms and legs. And your focus now is thinking about what's happening through your shoulders. Remember, for your contact, it's about your shoulders. So what I want you to think about now is making sure that you don't create that movement by moving through your body. The body needs to be basically still. It needs to move with the horse, but it needs to be basically still. So that movement is coming through your shoulders. Again, think of soft hands. Okie doke. Let's bring your arms down by your side. Loosen off through your shoulders. And think about the weight through your feet. Make sure it's nice and equal through both feet and through the whole of each foot. That your knees are soft. Shoulders are relaxed and back and down. Hands are soft. And your neck gives you that elastic feel of growing an extra inch. And we are going to finish there. So well done for doing all of those. I hope that you found those interesting. They may well have highlighted that you find certain aspects harder, so that when you take away or destabilise around your pelvis, that it's harder to keep that equal contact. So if you found one exercise particularly difficult, particularly if it's on one side only, you don't have to do this whole session. Always good if you do, but maybe work on that particular exercise to see if you can gradually build up that symmetry through both sides of your body. Thank you so much for watching. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you very soon.